How y'all doing? I'm here again, guys. Today I'm here with a new knife. Just doing a little show and tell on it. Not really a review because it's not mine. What we got here today is a cold steel Keeper-1. It is VG-1 10x3 steel. Here is the knife. Has a blade length of 7 inches, an overall length of 12 1/3 inches. The handle is 5 1/4 inches, and it is Cray X. So Craton X. I'm not sure what the EX is for the Craton, but it's a Craton EX, or Cray X as Cold Steel puts it. It's a rubberized type grip, which I actually quite enjoy. I like these rubberized grips. They give you a lot of grip. It's made of a VG-1 10x3 steel. Here's the blade. The VG-1 10x3 is basically a layered steel. It has a layer of VG-1 in the center with, I don't know if you can make out that line there, sandwiched between 2 other steels. What those steels are, not sure. Some say it might be stainless steel, 440A, 440C perhaps. I'm not sure exactly. There has been some debate online as to how good this steel is, the VG-1 in particular. Some folks have claimed that it's comparable to an All-6, which in my opinion isn't that great. Others said it's closer to a Oz-8 or Oz-10. But anyway, basically it has a harder steel in the center sandwiched between 2 softer steels, which gives the knife the ability to take a sharper edge but yet still maintain some flexibility and not snap due to the outer, more flexible steels. Though if it is indeed a comparable Oz-8, Oz-6 blade, I haven't used any Oz-10, but neither one of those blades are all that hard. I've never seen them chip out. They will roll rather than chip, those 2 other steels. So I don't know. I'm not using this knife because, as I said, it's not mine, doesn't belong to me, but thought I'd show it off. It is a Dagger style knife. Cold Steel says it's part of their battle ready line, so it is made for use in battle. It was made in Japan, as you can see, the steel at any rate. So not a Taiwan produced blade. It is more expensive. A lot of their Taiwan produced blades, this will run you over $100 for this knife. For the size of it, it's actually quite light. Feels light in the hand. It is 7.9 ounces in weight. It comes with a Securex sheath. Pretty simple sheath system. It's got a nylon belt loop. It does have good retention, as you can see. But it's not super hard to deploy, despite that. It's a little bit harder to deploy than I like, but it's doable. However, when taking the blade out, you will want to use your thumb, pressing down and pulling out. You're not going to be able just to pull up on this, especially with that belt loop system. If you pull up on that, it's just going to, bring the whole thing up, and it's not going to come out. So it does retain pretty hard, almost too hard, in my opinion. But I do like my blades to be secure. No real rattling issues at all. It's a pretty quiet knife. And even when you deploy it, it doesn't make a lot of noise. Thanks to that Kraton X handle, keeps it pretty quiet. If that was a harder handle, harder material, maybe a G10 or a Kydex, sorry, the G10 or a, oh, why do I always forget the name of that stuff? You know, the other one. It would make a lot more noise, even if it was a wooden handle or aluminum handle. I think it'd make a lot more noise coming out than that small click. It's a pretty muffled sound when it comes out. It does give you enough indication that you have secured it with noise. Once you hear that click, it's in there, it's tight, it's not going anywhere. It also does have a button retention. So you have 2 retentions. That's not coming out. You can't even force it out. So you don't have to worry about this knife going anywhere out of its sheath. It reminds me a lot of a boot knife, and I think the design of it is a boot knife, but as you can see, you'd have to have pretty darn big boots or feet in order for this to be a boot knife. This is, I'd say, a belt carry, perhaps a molly gear carry. Maybe you have a ballistic vest or something like that. You could carry that on your molly vest. It's a little long, maybe. For carrying on your molly vest, you could carry it horizontal or something, but I think it is a little bit long for that. But the knife, you know, despite its size, like I said, it is quite light. Feels good in the hand.
Is it sharp?
Yes. The balance point is right at the handle. So you've got about equal weight in your hand as you do on the blade. It isn't too bad. Very comfortable to hold in pretty much any way you'd want to hold it. Reverse grip, standard grip. Pretty nice. Well, let's see how the sharpness is out of the box. It's a bit windy today.
It blows stuff out.
It does. As all cold steel knives that I have seen so far, it is, honey, get away. It is pretty sharp right out of the box. Pretty sharp, it's really sharp.
It's almost super sharp. And I found a purple pretty flower.
Both sides of the blade are sharp. See if I can get an unsupported cut while it is not as windy right now. Yep, that is sharp.
How you can make a paper knife? How you make a paper knife?
Honey, I'm making a movie right now. You need to be quiet. Okay? Yep, the entire length of the blade is quite sharp. We'll say it might be a little bit is a little bit toothy, but as you can see, it is definitely sharp. Not quite hair popping sharp though. I mean,
be careful now, cut yourself, Daddy.
It is shaving sharp. But not hair popping sharp.
This
Does cut the hairs, but you know, I've had a lot sharper knives than this.
I know they get cut girl hair.
It is a nice knife to hold. You know, simple, timeless design it's got going on there. Sharp out of the box. I do quite like that handle a lot, just because it is very grippy.
Yeah.
You know, it's difficult to force it from my hand. I had a 2-finger grip, and I'm pulling with all my might. And as you can see, it definitely holds on well in the hand. Micarta, that's the other handle I was thinking about, the micarta. I see it.
Have you maybe chase them because he always chases.
It's okay. All right. But this is the Cold Steel Keeper-1. If you're looking for a dagger style knife, I think this would suit you pretty well. I cannot, you know, attest to its edge holding capabilities, the durability of the steel, because as I said, not mine, and I'm not cutting any more than paper with it. The grind looks pretty good, very even. Does have a hollow grind on the blade. Yeah, overall nice knife. Am I gonna run out and get one? I don't know. I do like it, but I may not run out and get one right away. I think it would make a nice combat knife. It'd probably be better with a less shiny blade on it. Perhaps sandblasted finish, or a stonewash finished, or even a some sort of spray-on finish in black would probably be better. But I think it would do the job it's set out to do. However, if it was about this big, it'd probably be a little bit easier to carry. And you can maybe cut off a little bit on the handle. I personally don't need a handle that large, but someone with big hands, you won't have any issues with this knife. But that's it. That's the Cold Steel Keeper-1 in VG-1 Sanmai 3 steel. It's a pretty expensive knife, but it is pretty well put together. It comes with a nice sheath. I would prefer maybe a tech lock or something on it, which it is capable of taking a tech lock. The sheath itself is pretty well put together. I do love the handle. I love the blade shape of it. I'm just not sure about the steel. If anybody has any, you know, knowledge of the steel, be sure to comment, let everybody know how it performs, because it's not mine, not using it. It is nice and sharp though. Alright, this is Iron Monkey Z signing off with our colored commentator over there, Tactical Bell.
And Tabby.
And Tabby. We'll see y'all later. Peace.
Daddy, how you make it?